Ronnie O'Sullivan to get us underway. He's made 6 centuries during the week, O'Sullivan, and he's only lost 2 frames in 4.
Yes. And both Ronnie.
Yes, because nobody has done yet.
Well, that tells you what it is. It's just a little awkward, that red.
.34.
Everybody knows how good.
50. So the answer is don't give him the room.
Sullivan punished him for it.
60.
I think the thing about their world final end. He's a tough match player, this man. Missed that one, though.
Yes, that's enough.
One.
But allowed him.
$17.
Focus of 12 months ago when, of course, he was
24.
defending world.
And there's no escaping that, David. Stuart Bingham will be reminded
31.
of that.
They'll make that 366. Well, a great start for Selby. O'Sullivan,
Right, 31 on the frame.
by the time he had any chance.
Played for the black. It was a good pot.
1.
Now he could. It's a favourite shot of it.
Give me one.
But a good recovery. And look at the right-hand side on the cue ball today. Not to have been on a red.
$41.
Out screw past them. And decided to go into them. That's a very high standard. And it looks like...
Yeah, 24 years, but
better. With the experience.
Flynn certainly,
85.
as I say, not lost a match this year since January. Won the Masters. But it's not there. Trying to force down for the red. Black stayed out. So the break ends at 93 and we're level at 1. Ronnie O'Sullivan getting frame 3 underway. Just missed out on the century there. Missed the black on 93. But of course, it's not just about centuries. 90s, 80s, 70s can win you frames.
Well, he felt he was forced into taking that one on.
One. Nine. 17.
Right.
Well, if he didn't win 12 grand, you'd assume he wouldn't.
25.
I just wonder if he'll touch the reds.
33.
And for the black, this is the one that leads to the black. Didn't want the kiss. Yep.
Same afternoon. We're not going to, and as Joe says, frame's not over yet.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 57.
Yes, he does. Final, this frame. Could have won it easily by not playing for the black. And by taking that red, now the
13.
pink will go to the...
No.
Reds on the way down, though. And that's
25.
that. And he's favourite to take this frame now.
Will it be on?
Found the angle.
45.
Yes, he didn't really give that. And that could make a massive difference
48.
in this frame.
52. $57.
Played for the double, but he
63.
hasn't gone far.
So black ball frame.
Mark Selby.
He's hit the wrong cushion. No, no. Oh, that was so close. Great pot.
Oh, was it ever? What a fantastic long black from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He leads Mark Selby 2-1 between Mark Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan winning the third frame on the black to lead 2-1. So one more frame to come before the mid-session interval.
Frame 4. Mark Selby to break.
Now, I just think it was a... Just didn't think about the scores soon enough. But I was saying to David Hendon, I didn't really work the scores out either, and we're in the comfort. I'd really like to see these two play in the World Championship again, David.
Well, it was fantastic. Of course, we don't yet know how the seedings are going to stack up. Mark Selby will be seeded second, because being...
Foul.
Just a little bit more left-hand side on the cue ball. Yes, it looked like a plant in the green.
Mark Selby 1.
We caught them a little thick. You heard him
Watching, I didn't think
exhale. Just made the shot a little bit more difficult with the cue ball being closer to the cushion.
1.
A let off for Mark Selby. Really. Well, that's the option. Oh, he's unfortunate.
Mark Selby 1.
No attempt at the pot there, just taking the cue ball back to the baulk area.
We welcome back our viewers on the continent to quarter-finals day at the Welsh Open. The second quarter-final well underway. Ronnie O'Sullivan leading Mark.
This. What a fantastic pot.
1.
And deserved to be on the black. I don't think he is. Fractions.
Well, not much wrong with his long game. Look at this one flying in.
What a great pot.
Just needed that.
Plus the safety. And if it was tough there before, for Ronnie O'Sullivan, it's going to be tough there for Mark Selby.
Yes, he gets 1 point, but he gets control of the table.
Shouldn't. Needs to bounce out a baulk.
1.
And he's just about got there.
Tournament before the World Championship, unless he wins it, and if he wins it, he gets in the World Grand Prix in Llandudno in early March. Got to the final, but hasn't entered the China Open.
4.
And can't get in the
Previous visit, who really weighed everything up and felt he had no choice but to take it on. And when he did, he applied himself fully to the shot, Selby in all kinds of trouble. So his attitude is...
Well, they say absence makes... course, didn't qualify for Berlin,
20.
but couldn't second, 8 behind Stephen Hendry.
$28. $32.
Just tend to hit that one.
40.
No problem.
Close to unbeatable.
$48.
Back in the last frame to take a 2-1 lead.
The break ends at 61,
on the frame.
but it's enough to give Ronnie O'Sullivan a 3-1 interval lead. So it's advantage O'Sullivan. Mark Selby won the first frame, but Ronnie O'Sullivan has won the next 3 as they head off for their 15-minute.
Or Ben Wollaston. O'Sullivan with the advantage then. He's looked just a little bit stronger so far. Mark Selby has missed a couple. It's a good afternoon to Mike Hallett, who's enjoying this session alongside me, Philip Studd, and what a session it promises to be, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Phil. Certainly am. It's fantastic.
This afternoon, and yet he's lost in the end pretty comfortably, 5-2. Well, those have got to start going in for Selby. He's looked a little bit anxious to me this afternoon. Couldn't get on the final black. And then he missed the attempt at a long black for the frame. Cheer, Mike.
Indeed, that well, as Ronnie has done all week. He hasn't certainly bullied Mark Selby here, but he's 9. We were thinking that Ronnie's come through, no disrespect to the other players, he's
Pose a rather different threat to anyone he's played so
17.
far. Games or 12 matches to 8. They've contested 7 major finals. 8-5 down to win 9-8 for his first ranking title.
25.
before the weekend's out. There's no doubt that Ronnie this week has set the bar.
Incredibly relaxed, totally in control of his emotions. 5 reds, 5 blacks, by the way.
Well, is it not the norm now?
Well, at this rate, the 147 break prize will be 3 shillings.
And Ali Carter made one the following day.
His concern will be to get within 1 of victory as he eyes yet another ranking title. He's on 20 Davis in the all-time list. I'm looking for his 4th
55.
Welsh Open title.
Well, when we were thinking and looking at the draw, we thought earlier on in the week tournament could possibly come out. Excuse me, could possibly come out. Mark Allen, young Michael White, Joe Perry, lots of experience. Young Ben Wollaston, he's playing well again this week.
Live coverage this evening of Michael White's match against Mark Allen.
But I think if truth be told, this is definitely the man to beat.
Well, that was frame ball, this to make sure. And in no time at all, when he would have backed himself to win and move 2-1 up. And then at the start of this one, he missed a
75.
pink as well in the previous frame before the... Well, he's missed the black by a couple of postcodes, but that's not going to matter. 75 is more than enough for the Rocket. With only 4 reds remaining, Mark Selby remains in his chair. So, a big ask now for the world number 1. He trails O'Sullivan 4-1. Mark Selby breaking off in a frame he has to win to keep his Welsh Open hopes alive. In no time at all, he finds himself 4-1 down. His errors have been punished to the full by O'Sullivan.
Dear me. That was...
I can't believe that hasn't dropped.
I was about to say, Phil, looking at the stats, obviously Mark needs what he did.
And I think it's going to be even more difficult for Selby today than it was that evening in the final. And what a pot that was.
Medium pace, he might just be able to avoid the black here.
Beautifully cued. I mean, that wasn't easy.
Slow down, though. Slow down. Oh, wow. Chose to attack.
Knowing he'd leave this red for Selby if he missed. I don't think O'Sullivan's long game. O'Sullivan won their last meeting, of course, which was as recently as last.
Thanks. 18.
He's chosen to play on it and looking to kill off the match here. He doesn't want Mark coming back at him. He knows what he's... He's got them.
Selby could, earlier in that break, when he was clearing up to try and steal, have taken a pink
34.
instead of a blue.
It doesn't take much.
But it's the pace at which O'Sullivan is punishing. This match is nearly done.
40.
Well, I think... In fact, I think he played the last match in that frame. He hasn't missed much once he's in.
And even you needed a fluked black to win it, even after all those
48.
mistakes. O'Sullivan, and he's closing in a hurry here on a place. And of course,
54.
the semis played tomorrow. Boom. The final over the best of 17. Into the pack he goes. Well, he missed
60.
that aside. He's done very, very little wrong and an awful lot right. And this already
67.
is match ball.
68.
Fabulous. Taken down the world #1 by some margin.
75.
The blink of an eye.
76.
That is the question.
Well, we know Neil Robertson is playing fabulously well. We saw, and of course they're on a collision course to meet in the final on Sunday. What a
84.
match that! But it's going to take something special if O'Sullivan keeps this up to deny him.
Yeah, we've just sort of been waiting all week for him to play a sort of mediocre or a bad session, but he hasn't. It's as simple as that. He's maintained that standard, or this standard, I should say, all the way through.
That he should finish with the 3-figure break.
99.
Well, the crowd have been royally entertained so far today. There are still a couple of quarter-finals to come, but what a couple of matches they've seen. The standard just sky high.
107.
Selby started with a century, but that's the only frame he's won.
$110. $114. $119.
Round the angles for the black.
125.
Making them talk. What can you say? A total clearance of 132 from Ronnie O'Sullivan. That was, even by his standards, utterly brilliant. Mark Selby didn't play badly, but he was punished for every error he made. And Ronnie O'Sullivan marches into another major semi-final. He's beaten Mark Selby 5-1.